What's good, ladies and gents? I'm back. I'm back with another video. Yeah, death battle again. Of course. We got Shigaraki versus Mahito. Now I just got finished yesterday. Recording recording my reaction to the Simon versus Carl Reiner. Yeah. Yeah. But up here we got another little video coming up because yeah, yeah, this isn't it. It's a fucking advertisement. Yeah, wait, no, this
Some
video is,
animals very clearly got the middle finger
wait,
of evolution.
hold on. Yeah, this right here is the next video. A little teaser for you guys. This will be the next video. Oh, and yeah, I'm also doing this one because I have thalassophobia and I hate myself. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that one. But yeah, without further ado, let's watch some death battle. Wait, hold on. Now, I gotta be honest. I like Mahito. No. Don't go raging at me in the comments. I like Mahito, and I also like Shigaraki. I like both of them. I like what Mahito is like, kind of stands for in a way. Like, hatred of humanity and bullshit like that. Ah, I hate humanity. Blah blah blah. I was born for it. Yeah, look, I, I don't. I like Mahito because we're not supposed to like him. You get me? Like, we're not supposed to like him. He's evil to the point that he's likable. All right, that's kind of my take on it. Oh, hold on. They went all out. I can tell. I can tell they went all out for this
Shigaraki
shit.
versus Mahito, the symbol of fear versus the human disaster curse.
Mm.
Swizz and I'm Boomstick.
Broomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
A death battle.
Tenko Shimura was just a sweet, shy boy
Boo!
who loved
Boo! I hate family.
superheroes. But sometimes the hand of fate can't abide sweet, shy boys. Ruthlessly beaten and abused by his hero-hating father, Tenko
You know what? His dad is kind of right.
pushed beyond his emotional limits
Fuck heroes. I hate them too.
until he activated his inherent superpower, or quirk. It wasn't something cool like flight or super strength. In his terror, he accidentally killed his whole family. Well, except for dear old dad. That one was intentional. Tenko wandered the streets alone, silently begging for someone, anyone, to help him. If only a hero was there to save him.
Damn, bro. The editing is going hard right now. The editing is editing.
Instead, the only open hand he found belonged to the devil. All for one. The greatest super hand he
Wait, hold on. I just realized something. Hole in the hand. You know, guys, I've been reading the Bible again. And I realized something. The Antichrist is going to resemble Jesus Christ, so of course he would have holes in his hand. I think I made a little religious connection to this, even though it's most likely completely unrelated. It's definitely completely unrelated.
found belonged to the devil. All for one. The greatest supervillain in history. He took Tenko under his wing, feeding a hatred of everyone and everything, and grooming him to one day lead his league of villains in destroying hero society. With that came a new name, Tomura Shigaraki. An absolutely nightmarish quirk, Decay. It does what it says on the tin. Anything Shiggy touches with all 5 fingers turns to dust.
It's so edgy and it's so cool. Look, guys, I like edgy stuff. I gotta be honest, I like edgy
Perfect
things.
power for someone who just wants to destroy. Pretty menacing, if not for that dorky-ass costume. I get it, hands are his thing, but come on, they just look so dumb and fake. Oh,
Yeah, it does. I don't like his original design. Like, well, the initial design. I already know what his original design is. That's fucking terrifying.
those aren't prosthetics. Those are real hands from his family that he killed, attached to his face, and explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget his rage. Okay. While his use of decay started off relatively weak, it rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki came into his own. Decay isn't even limited to whatever he's touching. Anything that touches something he's decaying also decays.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
Spreading like an all-consuming miasma that can wipe out anything from an enormous tower to an entire city. If decay reaches you, your only hope is to isolate the body part that is disintegrating.
Alright, yeah, I forgot that in the manga they basically had Midoriya basically had to fight him. Like in the end, could not allow him to touch the ground. I forgot that. I completely forgot that. That's how insane it was.
Before it gets to something vital, after years of training with the
Ah! Ah! Shut up! I don't want to hear it. Be gone.
super villain of all time, Shigaraki was finally put in charge of his own team with one mission. He must kill his master's rival, the #1
My fucking goat. I love All Might. I unironically love All Might.
hero, All Might.
Yeah! My goat!
Only to fall flat on his face. Shigaraki was a terrible leader, quick-tempered, short-sighted, and, well, cringe. Oh, he's...
But honestly, guys, for this fight, I don't know who to root for. I like both of them. But I know Shigaraki is gonna win this. Shigaraki is stronger than him. Shigaraki is stronger than Mahito. But there's one little thing. There's just one little thing. How can you see curses? He wouldn't really be able to see Mahito, like technically. He wouldn't be able to see Mahito.
Just so cringe. He uses gamer lingo unironically. He
does.
like a
Wait,
so
he
cringe.
does.
He uses game.
Oh no. Oh wait, oh, why did I never realize that? Why?
Unironically, he whines like a baby when things don't go his way. He's the kind of guy who would say normie in real life in front of normies. But they say defeat is the greatest teacher of all. Only through struggle could Shigaraki manifest his dark conviction. Right as All Might's new protege, Izuku Midoriya, was coming into his own as well. These two rivals, the inheritors of their master's blood feud, would push themselves past their own limitations. Especially when All Might and All For One double KO'd each other, leaving Shigaraki to lead the League of Villains all by himself. And with the stakes higher than ever before, Shigaraki stepped up. He personally battled the stakes higher than ever before. Shigaraki...
Fuck, this drip goes hard. This fit goes so hard. I love this design. Yes, I'm a Shigaraki glazer.
He stepped up. He personally himself. And with the stakes higher than ever
Wait,
before,
hold on. I gotta be honest, guys. I'm a Darby hater. I don't like Darby. I don't like him. I like his powers, they're cool. I like his design, but I just don't like him. I just don't like him. Sure, I get I get the whole thing of like, like extreme. I hate my father. He must die. Okay then, you fucking Sasuke copycat. Now, Mr. Compress, he's my goat. I love him. I just like Mr. Compress, alright? But Darby, I got mixed feelings with Darby. Because, on one hand, I like his design. But he's just more of an edgelord than Shigaraki. He's more of an edgelord than Shigaraki. And that's saying something.
He stepped up. He personally battled the monstrous Gigantomachia for a month and a half. Shigaraki straight. He stepped
Oh yeah, and he canonically stinks. Canonically, he smells bad.
He personally battled the monstrous Gigantomachia for a month and a half straight, and conquered other villain organizations to create the Paranormal Liberation Front. Thousands of new soldiers for his personal army. All to impress All For One's personal quack, Dr. Ujiko. He spent months upgrading Shigaraki's body to make it more like his sensei's. It might have been constant agony, but Shiggy went from Chud to Chad. Ujiko's experimentation vastly increased Shigaraki's strength, speed, and durability, enough to match and surpass even All Might's absurd power. Sharing All Might's power between them, Deku and Bakugo were able to punch an island-sized hole in a cloud that reached 24 miles into the sky. We've calculated that before to be nearly 80 million megatons of TNT.
What?
Almost as much as the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs. And Shigaraki can now move fast enough that his body produces hypersonic shockwaves and can even catch laser beams. And he's tough enough to survive Star and Stripes' Intercontinental Ballistic Cruise Punch. Now
That is such a long name. Hmm. Wait, wait, hold on. Gotta text my mouse real quick. All right.
The new name for my penis. Move over, gigantic Omega Storm. Anyway, it also made a blast so big it showed up against the curvature of the Earth.
What? Hold on. Run that by me again. Run that by me again.
Storm. Anyway, it also made a blast so big it showed up against the curvature of the Earth.
What the fuck?
Though he might seem invincible, when Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state of uncontrollable power.
So Decay became? Oh shit, more hands!
Shigaraki can spontaneously generate flesh into existence, seemingly oceans of it in an instant, whenever he wants. He can even use it as a type of armor to defend himself.
It's disgusting, but it's so
in
cool.
close combat.
But that's nothing compared to Ujiko's greatest gift. Shigaraki wanted to be the new All for One. So what better way than the old man's quirk?
All for One's quirk, All for One, allows its user to steal and store quirks with just a touch.
All for One has hundreds of them stored up, collected over the years.
Each quirk is connected to a memory of its user's essence in the form of a spirit.
Oh,
a
right.
vestige.
Kinda like a
Right.
piece of their soul. They exist in this kinda psychic world in Shigaraki's body, and can even act as a spiritual defense should it be invaded.
And with those vestiges came quirks like super fast healing, air blast.
Telekinesis? Telekinesis? Bro, what the fuck? Oh! Oh! Okay. Look, guys, there's not a lot of superpowers that can defeat telekinesis. Unless if you fucking suck at using telekinesis.
Radio waves, flight, telekinesis, teleportation of others, and the ability to track foes.
He can even combine multiple
Oh hey, my dog came in again. Hello.
quirks together, like in this big-ass electric Kamehameha.
Alright, that thing.
Any vestige stolen or destroyed will also remove that quirk from Shigaraki's repertoire. They're also sentient, and some can even fight for control.
Which is when the second shoe finally dropped.
Oh.
Because Shigaraki also got All for One's vestige, that means All for One was now in possession of a shiny new body that he'd spent the last 15 years molding for him to take over.
Alright. Look, guys, I haven't read My Hero manga ever since it ended, alright? I kind of forgot about this, alright? Give me a break.
Shigaraki's entire existence was planned from the beginning. Why? Because All Might's previous mentor was Nana Shimura, Tenko's
right.
grandmother.
Oh, that to mess with All Might. That is some next level hating right there.
He manipulated Shigaraki's entire life, all for one purpose: to create a soul so corrupt
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Ha ha.
it would grind away at All Might's perfect world, allowing All for One to take full control.
But All for One's possession wasn't complete, and Shiggy managed to fight his way back to the top, literally decaying his way through vestiges in the process,
Oh.
all to fight his rival Deku one last time.
Despite Izuku's best efforts to save him, Shigaraki was too far gone. His spirit decayed by years of venomous hatred.
And the new
Oh.
symbol of hope defeated the new symbol of fear, burying All for One's grudge for good.
All that Shigaraki asked was to be remembered as the heartless destroyer he was raised to be.
Oh.
Not the broken, angry, crying little boy he really was deep inside.
Boo! Boo!
just that.
Look, I really like Shigaraki, but there's just one thing that I like more about Mahito, and it's the fact that he really doubles down on hate.
One moment, though. Shiggy got in Deku the only thing he'd
Sure, Shigaraki did that too. He really doubled down on
been
hate.
denied his whole life. The one thing his lifelong nihilistic tantrum was really all about. He got a hero who tried to save him. This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
With Robin Hood Gold, you can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions.
Oh,
Privileges of
oh shit, that's ooh, sounds pretty good. Ooh.
very privileged are no longer exclusive. With Robin Hood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%.
Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash in non-retirement accounts. That's
Oh,
over
damn.
8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any network.
The new gold standard is here with Robin Hood Gold. To receive your 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at robinhood.com/gold.
Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match and must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of membership is ever since Kane sold LLC.
All right, Mahito.
Ever since Cain slew his brother Abel and wetted his fields with his blood, man's greatest fear has been his fellow man.
Ah,
What if this fear took on a life of its own?
What if all that negative emotion humans felt for one another spilled from their bodies and congealed, forming, over time, a living being fueled by malice, which believes in nothing but the law of the jungle?
Well, then you'd have the special grade curse with a patch face, Mahito.
oh, I love him. I love him.
Oh, I've had people tell me I've become a human disaster curse when I've had too many mojitos.
Mahito is one of the deadliest beings to ever
He's afraid of Tolkien? I didn't even know.
Fine. He's no mere mortal, though, but a cursed spirit. Innumerable spirits exist, weaker or stronger depending on the amount of anxieties, jealousies, hatreds, and fears humans feel about them.
Like the fear of locusts, kinda weak. Or the fear of smallpox, getting stronger. Or the fear of fire. Oh, goodbye, Tokyo.
So it follows that mankind's fear of itself would be extremely powerful.
Yeah.
Those negative emotions manifest as Mahito, a being composed of cursed energy.
It's basically like evil ki. Cursed energy can be used to make spirits way stronger, faster, and tougher than any normal human. And it's invisible, making curses like
Alright.
Mahito impossible for the untrained eye
Oh right, that's true.
to see. Only a life
Wait, I said that. Wait, I said that myself earlier during the investigation on Shigaraki.
death
If that's what you say. Is that what you call it?
can galvanize a normal person to see a cursed spirit.
That also makes cursed spirits virtually immune to physical damage. They may be physically present in space, but can only be harmed by attacks that embody spirit matter like cursed energy.
Which makes curses insanely hard to get rid of, like
Yeah.
ghosts, cockroaches, or my ex. That's why you need a jujutsu sorcerer to come in and kaizen the shit out of them. They call it exorcism, but I like the way I said it better.
Curses and sorcerers have battled each other for millennia, waging an endless war over the fate of humanity. Almost exclusively in Japan, though, for some reason.
But Mahito was special. You see, most curses are basically dumb animals. But Mahito has so much cursed energy that it gave him sentience.
So he was recruited by Kenjaku alongside other special grade disaster curses to wreak havoc upon the world. In fact, they made Mahito their leader.
And even more
They made him the leader? Really?
frightening than intelligence and bloodlust, Mahito possessed philosophy.
Perhaps informed
Oh,
by the
no.
tragic meaninglessness of interhuman conflict, Mahito is an existential nihilist, believing in
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
but his own will to power. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and Mahito is the wolf.
Which also makes him kind of a goofball. If
Yeah.
nothing matters, why not have fun with the slaughter? Really get
That's why I love him. That's why I love him. I like characters that just have fun with what they do. That's why I love him so much.
your steps in. He loves to dig around and toy with your emotions like a cartoon character before slitting your throat.
An appropriate analogy, considering his curse technique, idol transfiguration.
Using his cursed energy, Mahito can control anyone's soul with just a touch. including his own. In fact, he's so good at manipulating his own soul that you can't even kill the bastard without directly targeting it.
In Jujutsu Kaisen, the soul and the body share an immutable connection. Whatever happens to the former affects the latter.
This lets Mahito squash, stretch, and shape-shift his body into literally anything he wants. Like Play-Doh, he can turn his limbs into blades or clubs, grow wings like a bird or fins like a fish, reform his body around injuries, or even create clones.
Curse users are naturally unharmed by their own ability. Should he touch a human, though, his alterations to their body are instantly fatal.
And since he's attacking your soul, those physical wounds are gonna be impossible to heal.
Even if his alteration isn't directly fatal, the human body won't last more than a few moments in a transfigured state.
Oh, that with one touch! God, I thought herpes was bad.
His powers mean
the cheese touch. Yeah, the cheese touch.
Mahito treats humans as effectively disposable dolls that he can gleefully experiment on. The more casualties, the better.
It's so fucked up and I love it. It's so fucked up and I love it.
Especially if he gets to break your skin and watch you suffer.
Even more twisted.
Sorry. I laugh when someone else laughs. I couldn't help it. I gotta. Hold on.
Dolls that he can gleefully experiment on. The more casualties, the better. Especially if he gets to break your spirit first and watch you suffer.
Alright, there we go. I got it out. My evil laughter. Ah! Sorry, I'm kind of deranged today. I feel kind of deranged today because now we're touching on my two favorite villains of all time. I gotta say it. My two favorite villains in pretty much all of anime, I gotta say it. And I don't like Sukuna. I genuinely don't like Sukuna. And I don't like Gojo either. I do respect Sukuna, but I just don't, and I also respect Gojo. I think they're cool, yeah. I just think they kind of suck. Yeah, Hakari is my goat though. Hakari is my goat. He's a gambler. I love him.
When he combines two transfigured humans together for soul multiplicity, essentially a giant torrent of body horror flesh that he repels at an opponent. Ugh.
Mahito is unbelievably creative with his application of idol transfiguration, and despite being a newborn curse, consistently keeps experienced sorcerers on the back foot.
It helps that he's a quick study who's picked up a number of different curse techniques, like the Black Flash.
By applying cursed energy within 1 microsecond of an impact with an enemy, space itself will
So he figured out how to do it on command.
exponentially amplifying its force by a factor of 2.5.
Not only does this hurt like a mother, it restores your curse technique and gets you fully in the zone.
And would require reflexes moving nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. It's no surprise then that Mahito also unlocked the pinnacle of sorcerer techniques, the domain expansion.
Oh
Ryōi Tenkai.
shit! More hands! A domain is like a barrier of cursed energy, but if you're caught inside, Mahito can use idol transfiguration instantly, without even needing to touch you.
It's called the self-embodied
Whoa! He ain't touching me though.
of perfection, the ultimate expression of Mahito's absolute control over his victim's body and soul. The only time it ever failed was against the student sorcerer and Mahito's archenemy, Yuji Itadori.
Because not only was Yuji a barf-inducing goody little two-shoes who believed in the inalienable rights of all living things, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I agree.
Inside of him,
The king of curses.
Boo!
which meant Mahito's
Though I do like Sukuna.
ability affected
I do kind of like him. But I also hate him. It's kind of like Mahito. I like him, but I hate him.
both souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna didn't like that.
Ah! 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 I'm dying. Fuck, an advertisement. Ah!
No surprise, and kicked Mahito's ass, forcing Patchface to fight with a handicap whenever facing his pink-haired menace.
Yuji's belief in the value of human life flew directly in the face of the world that Mahito knew to be cruel and meaningless. So he made it his mission to crush Yuji's spirit before killing him. murdering his friends, defiling their corpses, and brutally battering him before going in for the kill.
And he's got the strength to do it. Mahito's one of the most powerful curses in the world, and his growth is exponential.
Fellow disaster curse Jogo was able to summon a massive meteor capable of reducing the city of Shibuya to ash.
That'd take an energy of over 800 kilotons of TNT.
And Mahito can take as good as he can give, especially when, in the throes of struggle against Yuji, he evolved, unlocking a vastly more powerful form, the instant body of distorted killing.
Complete with armored exoskeleton and arm blades, this was a taste of the almighty curse Mahito was growing into, a true blight on all mankind.
It wouldn't last. In a bitter battle of resolve, Yuji won out. In a dog-eat-dog world, there was now a bigger wolf.
So he tucked tail and ran away like a bitch. And what do you know? Life suddenly became a whole lot more meaningful the second it looked like it was about to end.
All that gleeful nihilism, just a bitter hypocrisy in the end.
For him, maybe, but Mahito found a convert in his archenemy. After a battle that wiped out thousands of innocent people, Yuji's youthful spirit was gone. The only thing left that mattered was exorcising this curse.
In a way, that was Mahito's final victory, the destruction of a...
Yeah, so even though Mahito lost, he won. He won what he did what he wanted to do. He completely broke Yuji. He did it. He did it. He won.
Being's soul. He may not have been around to see it, but the curse Mahito inflicted on the world would bring it to its knees. Hey, do you see that join button? Yeah, that one. That's your ticket to being a Death Battle champion. As a champion, you get all sorts of exclusive Death Battle content, like extra videos, live chats, and sending us your own matchup ideas. And the support helps us make even more Death Battle. So thank you for being a champion. All right, the combatants are...
All right. I don't know who to root for, because watching this is gonna feel like watching my two children fight. All right. I love my children. I love them.
Set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Oh, I can tell they went all out for this shit. Ooh.
I'd heard of a powerful villain stalking these parts. My organization is going to tear this putrid world down around us. We could use a freak of your talents.
Little old me. Do I want to be king of the social rejects? How about I bring him your head instead?
Fine by me. Let's call this your audition, Sickum.
Woo! We, puss, Mick, ooh, bitch, oh,
Game over.
Shut up with that shit. I absolve you of your sins.
Did you actually just say that? God, how lame!
Yeah. Alright, the kiss thing. Puss! Make! Bow!
Audition over. Did I get the part?
Oh, that went on.
Decay!
Koku-san!
What a rush!
Oh, this fight's hype. Oh, this shit's hype. Oh, this shit got me hype, bro. I gotta be honest, Death Battle will be making peak fiction after peak fiction. I don't know how they do. I don't know how they do it. Ooh!
Domain expansion. I can read your soul. You're just a scared little boy whose daddy was mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem. Grow up.
Oh!
Hands off my masterpiece.
Ooh! Ah, it's hard to find a thumbnail. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. I don't know. I don't know. It's. Alright, alright, this is thumbnail. This is thumbnail. I don't even care. This is thumbnail.
Hands off my master.
Hands off my masterpiece. No, wait, no, wait. Hands off. No, wait, no, wait. Hands off my masterpiece. Did I get the pot? Did I do it? Did I nail it? I think I nailed it.
I felt your soul too. You only hate humanity because you were born that way.
Ooh!
Totally random. I hate them for a reason. You grow up.
Ooh!
What did I say, Wiz? Like a bitch.
With their complex power sets, this match was a puzzle
But I still don't really understand how he could, you know, see him.
to figure out, which is why we're breaking it down to 3 categories: physical stats, survivability, and their powers.
Oh,
But
right.
first, let's address one thing. Could Shigaraki even see Mahito?
Yeah.
He's an invisible curse after all.
Yeah.
Cursed energy and quirks are notably different, and Shigaraki wouldn't be able to see curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see curses in life and death scenarios. And with the
Right,
Surge
right.
quirk, Shigaraki would have had no problem tracking it.
So
Oh.
seeing Mahito wouldn't have been an issue. With that out of the way, we can jump into their stats.
This was no contest. Despite the disaster curses being able to destroy entire cities with their cursed energy, Shigaraki's scaling to Deku and Bakugo meant he was calculably millions of times stronger.
He was faster too, considering he could react to light beams, while Mahito's Black Flash capped out at nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. Nothing to scoff at,
right.
Shiggy was thousands of times faster. Shigaraki takes stats.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yep, in terms of raw durability, Shigaraki was a lot tougher, and his ability to generate new flesh meant that he could heal any wounds he might receive super
Right,
easy.
right.
However, Mahito is a curse and is immune to the kind of overwhelming physical damage Shigaraki could dish out. Not only that, Mahito's regenerative ability via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual damage.
Considering
Right.
Mahito's unique curse body, he should actually get the edge in survivability.
Which presents a crucial question. Could Shigaraki even kill a curse like Mahito in the first place?
Or would Mahito's unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idle transfiguration?
It all comes down to their powers.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety with all of the crazy quirks All For One had collected over all the years, but none that we know of could properly kill a curse. That didn't mean idle transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Of all things, Shigaraki's vestiges served as a spiritual shield from the effects of idle transfiguration. The fact that Mahito could not avoid targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside a person.
And Shiggy has hundreds of soul-like entities inside of him. Sure, each one down means he loses a quirk, But
Right.
that's more than enough time to land a single hit with Decay,
Yeah.
especially considering how much faster Shiggy is.
And Mahito has no way to defend against Shigaraki's primary quirk.
Mm.
Decay has affected spiritual beings in the past. Again, vestiges. In fact, he was able to damage Deku's vestige and have that
Right.
damage transferred to the Deku in the real world.
Right,
It's only
right.
made of spirit energy, but he still has a physical form. In fact, sorcerers that couldn't naturally target the soul were able to fight him on even footing. No reason to think Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki the third and final edge. It was a unique duel to the death, but Shigaraki's overwhelming might, unstoppable powers, and deadly decay spelled the end for the disaster curse.
Nothing else to say. You really gotta hand it to Shigaraki.
The winner is Tomura Shigaraki.
Next time on
All right. All right. Next video is this one. All right. I hope you guys like that one, and if you liked what I had to offer, please subscribe, like the video. It helps out a lot. And of course, I'll leave a link to the original video in the description. Bye.